Hi, my name is Jim Pfanner, and this is The Leather Report. It's a kinky interview show, and we've been on for a while now. We're going to start the show a little differently tonight. We're going to start with an image. And this image is one of the many images that you will probably recognize from this artist, who is the most recognizable artist in male erotic art. The image that you see now is created by the legendary Tom of Finland. And it's an image that has launched 1 million wet dreams. Tonight, we're very fortunate to have as our guest, President of the Tom of Finland Foundation, Mr. Dirk Deiner. Dirk, thank you for coming on The Leather Report.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Okay. All right, let's start. We're going to have an image come up, but who was Tom of Finland? I mean, how did he get started as an erotic artist?
Well, he actually was drawing as a kid, and then his erotic part of his career happened after World War II. Mm-hmm. And in the late 40s, he started sketching and doing watercolors of male-to-male imagery. Mm-hmm. And that was because he had such a strong desire to do that. Mm-hmm. And so his earliest pieces, this was long before any of them were published or, mm-hmm. or given out even to friends. Mm-hmm. And they reflected the period and everything of post-war Europe, but they were very much about man-to-man contact, mm-hmm. and he just did them for his own pleasure.
Well, we've got the image of Touko Laaksonen, which was his name, and it's the Mapplethorpe photograph. Do you want to tell us when this picture was taken?
Well, actually, there was a friendship between Robert Mapplethorpe and Tom in the late 70s. They met in San Francisco, mm-hmm. at a gallery where they both were going to have a show. And they stayed friends, and then when Tom had shows in New York in the early years afterwards, in the early 80s, they got together and they did a friendly thing, and that Tom did a drawing of Robert, and Robert did a photograph of Tom. Uh-huh. And they traded them.
Great. Yeah. Now, I think people are always going to be interested with artists about, I mean, what was it in Tom's background, I mean, you sort of touched on it, that really propelled him into this male erotic art? I mean, what was...
Well, he grew up, I mean, everything that he's shared with me and with other public is that he had a very, very strong relationship to the male figure, and he had a lot of contact. He lived in sort of in a small town, and he had a lot of contact with lumberjacks and with farm guys.
In Finland, right?
Yeah, in Finland. And then being in the war, he was involved with the military and he, you know, Finnish army people and also German, because the Germans came into Finland and they fought together against the Russians. And so all of his experience was around that kind of... and he really had a strong relationship to like military guys and blue-collar men. You know, he liked the service kinds of types of men. He was attracted to those kind of men. And those were the men that he had contact with early when he first started to have sexual contact also, because the first men that he had sexual relationships with were other guys who were in the military.
So draw what you like.
Yes. Right.
Okay, well listen, why don't we have the booth roll in some of the photographs. We're going to see them in the on the monitor in a minute, and we'll let you comment on them, because you're the expert. You're the president of the foundation.
Sure. Well, this work was done for Athletic Model Guild, and it really reflects the kind of male, you know, kind of super masculine, but also there's a little bit of a humor that's starting to manifest here. And he was really well known for his humor.
Right.
In that there's like, all right, this guy's on the bike, you know, he's being given a ticket by this motorcycle cop, but there's a little bit of heavy sexuality going on. Another part is that he had a real strong bonding kind of energy that he reflected in his work about love and about camaraderie and caring between men. And this is reflected in this particular piece of The Lifeguard, where in fact the younger guy is really enjoying being rescued by the lifeguard.
Who wouldn't?
One of the things that Tom used as a vehicle was he wanted to lighten everything up. He felt that people took sex too seriously.
Okay.
He definitely felt that people took homosexuality too seriously. And he just wanted to give the message of, like, why don't you have some fun? Why don't you lighten up about it and enjoy brotherhood, enjoy having a relationship with another human being, and have fun.
Right. Okay. Well, when did Tom's work first reach the United States? You said he started in the 1940s.
Right.
What's the story of the entrance of his artwork to the United States, and how was it received?
Well, basically, the owner of a physique magazine called Physique Pictorial, which was Athletic Model Guild, based here in Los Angeles, Bob Miser, he came up with the name, because how it happened was some friends of Tom's back in Finland said, hey, there's this physique magazine in the States, why don't you send them some of your work and maybe they'll publish it. And so Tom did, and Bob Miser took him up on the offer and started to publish drawings of Tom's in his little physique books, which were sold in dime stores and pharmacies, all along with the other physique magazines in the 50s. So in 1957 was the first year that that drawing of Tom's, which was a lumberjack on the river on top of a log. How the name came about was that Tom's name is Touko Laaksonen, and that's his birth name, that's the Finnish name. But he was signing his name in English as Tom, because Touko is Tom in English. And since he was from Finland, AMG decided to call him Tom of Finland. And so that's how the name got going, and that it stuck. And so Athletic Model Guild was really responsible for that.